folks belong to a club or an organization?
Yes, we all belong to the Atlantic and Pacific Engineers, which has been around for about 15 years or a little longer.
And I've been a member of the club, too. I'm a member of the club, too.
Yeah, I also belong to the Atlantic and Pacific.
So can you tell me a little about this track? Who would like to start?
Well, we're all built to standards that are called N-track, and we can hook up with N-track modules in any part of the world. They're all built to the same specifications. In July, we're headed up to Seattle for a national convention, and there will be a larger layout than this by 10 times, and there'll be modules in it from all over the country.
So you're going to have a setup. This is a pretty big setup. I mean, it takes off an amazing amount of room here, and you're telling me you're going to have something 10 times that size?
Well,
At least
wow. How do you keep track of it all?
we don't.
I was talking, John, right? I was talking to John about you mark your trains. How do you do that?
We all pick a color or combination of colors, some kind of paint that somebody else wouldn't pick, and put it on the bottom of the car, and that's usually what we pick.
Do you ever come home with extras or ones that aren't yours, or find a few that you've misplaced?
It's only happened a couple times. Most of us are pretty honest about it.
So you keep track of your equipment pretty effectively then.
try to.
Now, you were talking about the digital controllers. What are these things you have in your hands here?
These are called throttles. They're digital encoders. We got you can control two trains with one throttle, and it encodes a digital package that is transmitted through the rails to a decoder that's mounted in the locomotive. That enables us to run trains in both directions on the same track, which with analog control we could never do. We had to insulate each block of track, but now we can run two trains in opposite directions on the same piece of track, so don't be surprised if you see a head-on collision from time to time.
So you could do the Addams Family thing and actually run your trains into each other, huh?
Exactly.
Now, has that ever happened?
Oh, many, many times. We try not to, but just like the big boys, we have our accidents.
Yeah, we had one this morning. The Amtrak hit something head-on.
Oh, no.
Yes.
Were you driving? I hope not.
Yes, I was.
Oh. Have you been good so far?
So far, yeah.
You're trying to keep a low profile.
Knock on wood here.
Anybody that's interested, we're always looking for new members. We've got a trailer that we haul this around in, and occasionally we set up at the mall or a different train show. We just came back from Portland last month, and we do have a lot of fun.
It seems like a kick and a half. How would someone go about getting a hold of you guys?
Either call them. Well, I don't have a phone number with me, but try Eugene Twin Hobby would be a good place to look for us. They've got all our names and addresses and most of our money.
Now, I've also had most of your money. Oh no, I'd hate to even imagine how much you've got invested in this whole thing.
Well, I don't want to put out a figure, but it's just like any hobby. You can spend as much or as little as you want to.
Yeah, that's kind of what happens to me. I tell my wife how much I got wrapped up in some things, and we have disputes, shall we say.
Well, that's where it's time to buy a new dress.
So what do you think of this?
I think it's great.
Do you?
I'm a retired professor of biology at the university, and I need to do something, useful now.
Oh, I love it. What got you into trains?
Well, we were on sabbatical leave in Germany for a couple of years and rode the trains all the time, and so I thought, well, it'd be kind of fun to get a little car, as a remembrance. So once you have the car, you have to have a little bit of track, and it went on from there, and all my early stuff is European, but now I've got to have Amtrak.
How many trains do you have?
Well, mainly about 5 European ones and a couple of American, the Amtrak.
So I assume this is a motor and cars, or an engine and cars?
Yeah.
So what got you into trains?
I don't know.
You don't know?
Just fascinated with it all my life. So it's
You've been addicted since a young age.
yeah, it's quite the addiction to it. Yeah, so.
Well, this is an amazing appreciate you all talking to me. Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. I was a little surprised when they told me they were going up to build one of these about 10 times bigger, and then I realized exactly how big this unit is. I don't know if you understand how far this goes, but the unit starts here, runs around over there, goes back behind that blue board on the far side, continues on around over through here, back up along here, there, loops back around again and ties into this. This system is huge, and the idea they're thinking about putting one 10 times bigger is just amazing to me. You should come down and check these out. This is an annual event?
Yes. This is our 16th year. We are here every year at the end of spring break or at the beginning weekend of spring break. And this is our 16th year in a row we've been doing this show. We started as a fundraiser for the Springfield Depot when it was moved because it was going to be torn down and burned. And we started these swap meets based upon that. So we are involved in model railroading, preservation, and education for the public. It's a nonprofit company that the Willamette Cascade is.
So how did you get into playing with trains?
Probably as a child. I remember the circus train when we lived in San Francisco. And it planted a seed. And as I became an adult and had some free time and a little bit more money, we started to get involved in the hobby and been in the hobby since, late 60s, early 70s.
So is it more a chance to play with trains or more a chance to be out with people that also have like interests? Or
It's a chance to collect trains, learn more about the history of the railroads, specifically Southern Pacific, and it's a chance to meet people from all walks of life.
Wow, that's incredible. Well, once again, I appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Thank you. This is another hobby where people get a chance to get out, meet with each other, enjoy the company of friends, get a like hobby, and be able to involve many different crafts. We get to have the assembly of the track, the building of the lands. A lot of people have talked about the electrical and the electronics involved in making these run. All these people come together to make a beautiful hobby and some displays for you to come out and take a look at and enjoy. This is, once again, an amazing thing, and I have enjoyed thoroughly having a chance to show it to you. Thank you very much. Yeah, hopefully you get enough out of those to put something together.